Let's see how I'm looking. My cape's gone. A wee bit more breathable. Not a fan of the colours as much. Might dye that out.
She's with me.
Draka's not the only one with harsh words for your commander.
The desert has bred survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into battle. Maybe a little too eagerly.
You talk all the way over there. You sound like Tuvok, the Voyager. Oh, I remember. I was trying to follow him last time and he gets stuck. That's right. Get yourself sorted now, pal. Oh, there's that vault. Alright, that's why I can't kill him. Because he's an NPC. Right. Now it all makes sense. So he's meat. Very funny, but it's been done before. Reminds me of Menchie from XL Saga. Or Bait from Dragon Prince.
So, this is the Outlander conspiring with the dissident Draka.
Demanding water does not make one a dissident, Yara.
Doesn't make Draka a commander either. You should advise him of that.
Jataka said you needed help.
Did he now?
Aloy has a unique insight into the ways of the Old Ones. She might be able to fix this before it gets out of hand.
Get to the point. What is Jataka talking about?
There is no water.
What do you mean?
I mean the wound in the sand, that which provides the clan with the water we need to survive, is completely dry.
This water source. Jataka said it's somehow related to the old ones?
From what we can tell, whatever water we take, it restores on its own. Over time. A few weeks ago, it stopped. I ordered rationing, searched for other viable sources. But everything else nearby is tainted one way or another.
But why the secrecy? Keeping your people in the dark seems to be making things worse.
If the clan knew, my command would be challenged.
There's no water and you're worrying about keeping your command?
Think what you want. Between the machines, the storms, and Regala's uprising, I'm the only thing keeping this clan from falling apart.
Draka's people sacrificed a lot to get that water. He thinks you're hoarding it for yourself.
The perfect excuse to challenge my command. Like he's always wanted. Of course he makes it sound very noble. That he only cares about his thirsty people. But all he really wants is to be in charge. And if he was, he'd face the exact same problem I have. There is simply not enough water to go around.
So how are you going to deal with not having any water?
Ration what little we have. Buy time to fix the wound.
And in the meantime, people die of thirst?
Every corpse weighs on me. That is what it means to be a commander. What matters is that the clan survives, as a whole.
Draka said your clan won't touch Regala.
Her grudge is with Chief Hikaru, not me. And I plan to keep it that way, so her troops don't turn on my clan. Besides,
You're a
if she defeats
wuss.
Hikaru, she deserves to rule. That's the way of the tribe.
I can't promise anything. But if this wound was built by the old ones, I might be able to fix it.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
Just show her the wound, Yara.
Very well. You can tell me when we get there.
After you.
The wound in the sand is this way.
You didn't really look sure what way you were going there, to be honest.
You're not Karja. Or Asura.
I was born amongst the Nora, as far east as you are west.
I've heard of your people. They say only those who are exiled leave your lands.
There are exceptions.
What business does a Nora exception have in the West?
Believe it or not, to help people, even the ones who don't want it.
Sounds like a difficult path.
Basically, I'm just a busybody, is what I'm saying.
This is it. The wound in the sand.
Definitely built by the old ones. Focus should show me more.
It's going to show you a big purple cylinder a bit.
Pipes.
Oh, what a surprise.
For the settlement.
What do you see?
Trail.
What are you doing?
Your wound leads underground.
We've tried going down there, but it's too narrow for anyone to reach the bottom.
I mean, I'm assuming I'm supposed to go down, but how do I get down there?
I'll wait here then.
You might be waiting a while.
Is it the wound? What do you see?
Yes, what do your focus eyes see, Aloy? Well, you's all having your wee barbecue.
Where
Right, I'm
are
supposed
you
to
going?
follow
Think I
this
can lead
trail.
us to where the water comes from. Or used to.
How?
Doesn't matter.
What matters is that the wound is fixed and my people survive. Lead the way.
Oh, that was lucky.
I can see why Draka wanted your help in gutting his machines.
Thanks.
Where to now?
Your wound has veins that spread underneath the sand.
Still under
I'm
attack,
just
pal.
following your trail.
Not to another machine ambush, I hope.
Believe it or not, I have better things to do than try to kill you.
Ah, you better run. Did she think I triggered the machines? Is that what she's saying? I led her into an ambush, when in actual fact it's her that was them to attack.
I should be able to turn off my focus for a while. I can follow the pipe's general direction now. I can always check the trail with my focus, make sure I'm still on track.
Do you get paid a commission every time you say focus? Right, can you try and be cool this time? And not trigger these clowns?
You need ammo!
I don't. I need you to maybe just no trigger the machines. Yeah, this one can't get past here. Idiot. Oh, spoke to it in. Nice try, but no nice enough.
That mound. It looks like the metal from the wound. We really are following its trail.
You're a
As I've been
mount.
saying.
Desert kills. But it also surprises.
Especially on birthdays.
Pipe goes past that ridge. We're gonna have to do some climbing.
Nothing we can't handle, I'm sure.
I try and no trigger the wall. Oh, brilliant.
Machines.
Brilliant.
And a very dead
Machine
soldier.
stores fluid in its. Is it one of yours?
I need to take a closer look.
We need to get rid of the machines first. Follow my lead.
Right, so see when I say follow my lead, what I mean is don't f it up. Right, now over here, don't attack anything. You hear me?
Quiet kill, well done.
Right, so you like that then? So does that mean if I just trap everything, you're not gonna run in and start attacking stuff like a tube? Oh, yous are like anteaters. That's pretty cool. I like yous. But I'm still gonna have to kill
Machines
you.
make to fire.
What you... Did you spot that trap? That was quite fun. He's no budging though, doesn't care. Aware, but doesn't care. Look at that. Barely gave it a second thought. You just casually strolling over. What's with all the effects? Is that the game's giving me like pure style points or something?
You know him?
That is one of Draka's men. I will cut off that dissident's head and feed it to the vultures if he had anything to do with...
We don't know what happened here yet. And we still have a trail to follow. Water.
Barely a lick's worth. But there are no streams in this area.
Which means it's coming from something else.
These anchors. That soldier must have used them to get up this cliff.
He must have been going back to Arrowhand when those machines got him.
Maybe he found something up there worth reporting back about.
We'll find out soon enough.
Could you not just come up here and collect the water? Seems to be a fair bit here. I mean, you could just come up, collect that. Take you a bit longer, but still.
What is this?
The problem. That weapon. Looks like Draka's man tried to pry this open, but he didn't know what he was doing. And now the water's not going where it's supposed to.
Sabotage.
Or ignorance. Maybe if I follow that main pipe, I'll find something useful. I don't think this is gonna do anything.
The water is still leaking.
Oh, that's water still leaking? No, you don't say.
What do you need me to do?
Just, stay here. Let me know if anything changes. I'm gonna take a look around.
Just stay here, shut your yap.
Valve. That might help.
Oh, you're gonna need a tetanus shot.
Hey! It stopped leaking.
It looks like that stopped the water flow. Now I just need to find a way to get it to Scalding Spear. That's the same type of machinery we found outside. This one's not leaking. Maybe. Let me switch the water flow. Sounds like the water's switched. Gotta open the valve upstairs. Get that water circulating. The system switched back. Couldn't hold the water pressure. I need to find a way up to that valve.
Don't know why
Sounds
you
like that
bothered
did something.
closing it in the
Hey,
first
look.
place. But
I can hear water in the room again.
Anything leaking?
Not that I can see.
Let's hope that means my plan worked. That should do it.
This will return water to Scalding Spear.
Checking the wound is the only way to be sure.
Draka knew what would happen if the capital was left without water. But he didn't care. All he wanted was to cause a crisis so he could challenge my command.
We don't know that for sure.
Meet me back at the wound when you can. Please. To make sure the water will flow.
I will. Don't do anything rash about Draka.
Only an upstart acts rashly. A commander bides her time. Hey. The desert was kind to lead you to us.
Things are about to get ugly between Draka and Miara. Maybe I can head it off.
that was some tone shift there. I think you might be a wee bit bipolar, Yara.
Hot. I'm sweating everywhere. Taking down a Thunderjaw is always a good challenge.
Aloy, my data indicates you are near a cauldron. Accessing its core may provide you with additional machine overrides. I have marked its location in your focus.
Cauldron door. Different. There's no way to hack it open. Well, if I can find some other way in, I should be able to get data from its core to override some new machines. Is it open fast? Makes me feel an earthquake.
What is that noise? Sounds like a woodpecker. Or the predator. That outfit does not look practical for this weather. You are going to get a chill.
A rush of air. Wonder where this leads.
Right, in we go.
This must be the cauldron I couldn't get to above. Looks damaged. Earthquake must have hit here too. Hope the core is still intact. Then I should be able to find data on how to override some new machines.
Again, the lighting is not my friend. Right, didn't think I was going to one-shot that, but I ain't complaining.
Those forges. I might be able to climb them to get to the other side. Is that a forge? Looks like it's making machine parts.
The arms are so creepy up there.
Looks like I can help them with this. There's something behind these broken panels. Maybe I can bust through?
Gonna cut yourself. What is that? I don't know if I want to go through that way yet. Let's see what's up here.
That looks like it can get me up to the vent.
Well, we'll go this way instead then. Oh, that's an energy shield. Right, I did not think I was right next to that. There. That is creepy. Looks like big fingers coming down. Oh,
That's what
hello.
this place is making. A tall neck. The earthquake must have interrupted the process.
That's what was dangling down. That's horrifying. Oh, there's its head. Oh no. Oh, I don't like this. This is just asking to get ambushed, isn't it? Right, I suppose we're going for it.
Just have to expose the core and get those overrides.
I've got a feeling it's not going to be that easy, Aloy. If I were you, I would be preparing to enter into a battle very soon.
This tall neck's seen better days.
Haven't we all?
Well, that can't be good.
Knew it.
Okay, time to get those overrides.
Okay, that was actually a bit easier than I thought. Is there going to be something else though? Yeah, there is.
Should be able to override more machines with this.
I could override the Glint Hawk. That's quite a lot.
More corrupted data. If I get the right parts, I can restore it, like Gaia showed me.
That was tons.
There seems to be a tall neck blocking this platform. I'll have to find a different exit.
That was pure loads. Claw Striders, Lancehorns, they're everywhere. Flint Hawks, that'll be handy.
Looks like there's room underneath the core. Maybe I can squeeze through.
Right, there is absolutely no way in hell that I got all the things that easily. There's definitely going to be some big bastard to fight in here.
That looks like fun.
I thought it's exactly.
Almost there.
Piece of piss.
Right again. Tall neck's not going anywhere soon.
Doesn't look fun down there.
These vents should get me across. If I time it right.
Go, 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 go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now what do I do? I don't think I was supposed to survive that. Oh well, at least I can get up here. Why didn't she jump onto the bit though? Oh, for God's sake. Good grief. That's really annoying. I believe I survived the first time, then died the second. What a lot of nonsense. I go. There we go. Thank God for that.
Looks like the only way across is up. That's why the cauldron won't release the tall neck at the core. It's missing its head. If I can attach it back to the body, I can unblock the exit.
Well, what's going to be down here then?
This should get me to the head.
And then have I got to time this so that
And I can walk down to the time it right.
time it right being the operative words there?
Now!
Oh well, thanks for the tell me something useful for once.
Yes!
How is this moving?
Oh, company!
Like a little tiny Starship Enterprise. What the hell are you? Like some kind of crab thing? Right, I was not expecting to get shot at. Is that homing in on me?
Better find my way back to the core. I think I can hear the head being repaired. It's in place. Big guy's fixed. But that metal arm's keeping it in place. Maybe if I override the tall neck, the shockwave will break it free.
It'd be good if a bunch of machines came out and the tall neck when it was moving just stamped on them all. Jump. There was one in the middle. You didn't need to do that. So dramatic.
There's nothing. It worked! Feels good to breathe some fresh air again. You isn't too bad either.
Beautiful. Like that. That was well done. When you do these tall necks, it kind of reminds me a bit of Okami, like when you restore the trees. Why are you lit
I
up?
see you, champion. Sit, please.
Okay, you're a bit more polite this time.
Choosing the right rations can be just as important to your chance of survival as choosing the right weapons. If you want food that'll save your life out in the wilds, go northwest to Saltbite. The cook there, Pentala, she'll whip up a meal for anyone who needs it, to knock or not.
I'll make sure to pay her a visit if I'm out that way.
Safe travels, champion.
Thanks. Alright, let's see what's happening in here. Not been back here since I unlocked it.
Like this? Oh,
You're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
How did you
my
get
big
here?
sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north.
Gotcha.
They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Yeah, you're here. How?
The world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
Who told you about this
Still
place?
have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
That's definitely code for something.
Okay.
What was that? Farrell, you just telling everyone about this place?
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Don't you know that loose lips sink ships, Farrell?
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Farrell.
And that's how the internet was reformed.
How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
We saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Farrell. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough.
Yep, give them all hepatitis.
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
How's everyone handling their focus?
We all have our difficult moments. Arendt definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Aaron stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna snap your bowstring if you don't calm it with your girlfriend.
Hey,
Hey,
a nice place.
well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. There's a lot to take in.
I didn't even invite you.
Don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right.
What do you mean, had your doubts?
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah.
I just googled where she was, Erin, and told me where to find her.
How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Think you'll find I go by Steel Flame now.
I should get going.
I just keep practicing with this thing.
What is this? I think Farrell might be planning a house party here, and that's like his snacks or something. Right, Zoe, what are you saying there? See, you've added a feminine touch to the place.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa,
Is that their way of saying a pain in the arse?
there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least. And heartbreaking. That such life should be bent on destroying ours.
You thought machines were gods 5 minutes ago, and now you're learning about space people?
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the old ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the old ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
Couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
See, that's why you don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
To appear before the chorus as soon as we returned. To demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night. Then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember.
Look at Varl in the
When all
background,
the dust
pretending he's
had
not
settled,
listening.
I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
I should probably go.
I shall return to our training then.
Yeah, training, air quotes.
Oh, Aloy. Your Karja friend came through. She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
How you still get exclamation marks? Just spent all morning talking to yous.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. I should go.
I came back just for
May the
that.
fields bloom aplenty.
Am I just asking him about Tallulah as well?
Got a minute?
Always.
Guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. I need to get going. Don't get too distracted with your training.
Ah, I said it, did I?
Because it's true.
Training in air quotes. Haha.
Yeah?
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least.
Thrust through.
Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
I better go.
Right. Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Right, can I go? I'm not going to get 5 steps and he's going to shout something else at me.
Huh. Looks like Aaron made himself at home.
I know, what's he think this is, a hostel?
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Was?
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. And I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now.
Why is that still
You
highlighted?
all found me after the Hades Proving Lab. I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here. Been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here. Where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud. This is the rite of passage that Bishav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. Regala's attack at the embassy. The marshals ambushed and surrounded, killed one by one. Reminds me of the massacre at the Proving. Back in the Sacred Lands. So many lives wasted. And for what?
Yep, war is hell. Well, that's cool, I'll give my own little room. Probably would have liked to have decorated it myself, but oh well, it's the thought that counts.
Looks like this room's changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from. Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge Poseidon with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the subfunctions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old-world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Sounds like Far Zenith.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay. And what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Right, so you could have told me, Gaia, that you'd looped them into the conversation. Like, I could have been smack-talking them without even knowing they were listening.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
That's what I
I
said.
am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can.
I know, only so much I can do at once, Gaia, come on.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up. So Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely. In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could guard against any threats.
Like 3 Oseram showmen?
I suspect that was not the first time it felt the need to repel trespassers.
Given Hephaestus' importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me, rather than the other way around. A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
Right, so if that figure's higher than Hephaestus, and you said it dwarfed your figure currently and you're at 18, odd, how is that dwarfing you? It's like just over double.
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
Ah, she's already trying to change him.
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
Good. Good on you, Varl. First bit of backbone you've shown in this game.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality, should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout.
Yeah, stop droning on about it, Gaia.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world, an effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world. all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia.
Right, good talk.
I'll be off.
Farewell, for now. Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yep, no holodeck for you, Aloy.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Vermin.
What is that?
What the hell?
Oh. Did they get her? Oh, it's a shock.
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
She did? But yeah, I didn't think I was just going to launch right into this quest.
See what I can do with this.
Nothing. There's nobody about. Right, we'll keep this handy, because you never know. Don't you sit there shivering, Aloy. I told you that outfit wasn't suitable for this weather.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Hector had instructions to assist recovery of the asset.
What a mess.
I wonder what this asset is. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Ah! Ah. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Right, so in this snow, realistically, that's going to take, couldn't be more than like an hour, surely. So you'd probably just hang about there, wouldn't you? But the game is going to make me go and do a bunch of other stuff instead and come back later on.
Done looking around?
Almost.
Can I get you? Yes! What a shot.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she'd lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is. But my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.